marijuana on my mind. To watch my back, cause just to kiss her is a crime. A place to meet her in the village late at night. Gonna cost me half my pay, but she's the bomb, so it's alright. The dope is sweet, baby. Ain't got no seeds, baby. Pump up and pass to the right. Hey, hungry Bogart, we haven't got all night.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
One of these times, I'm going to put a separate.
That's how I'm like all giddy and like, let's freaking do this.
Right. Welcome to
Ain't
Smoke
got
Tank.
no seeds.
It's July 11th. I hope everybody had a great 4th of July last week.
Sorry we didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's my fault. Everything got a little crazy per usual. But we're here.
We're here. Yay. We're still at it.
And I hate to say that next week we'll have to either be late or we'll have to skip next week as well.
We'll be late.
We'll be late. Okay.
Haha.
So next week, Smoke Tank will be late. And we'll post the time. We'll post the time on social media.
But we're giving you a week notice, so
yes,
you're welcome.
We got a heads up.
Recovery.
So let's see. A little scatterbrained today. There we go. All right, we're good.
So let's start it out. What do we have today?
Brooke picked them out. I have no idea.
Ooh. So from Maine's Alternative Caring, Purple Joker.
Have you had it?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. And I'm hoping that it's okay because it is definitely a sativa.
Uplift, relax, earthy, and sweet. How is it uplifting and relaxing?
You know, I'm noticing a lot of them say that. So I'm not quite sure. Like uplifting, but yet a body relax, maybe. I don't know.
Smoked High Test Gardens Golden Crisp, and I actually really love the flavor on this one. This one's really good.
Good. I look forward to that. So Purple Joker.
Purple Joker.
Let's spark it up, I guess, and hope for the best.
I think I'll love it.
Well, you can handle sativas.
I love sativas.
So we got a little bit planned. I don't know if anybody's watching yet, but that's okay. We'll get it taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
So for this week, we do have a top 10 list. Thanks to KD. And of course, we have
30 weeks of munchies.
I didn't have time to do the video for this next intro. So we're just going to have to dance to it or something. I don't know. But it'll just be audio.
30 weeks of munchies.
Which I feel is going to be more than 30 weeks. We're going to have to change the name of it.
It's going to be more than 30 weeks? All I've been saying is how much of a commitment 30 weeks has been.
We'll change it to 52 weeks of munchies.
52 weeks of munchies. What? That's a whole year. Oh, man. All right. I'm super excited.
So, yeah. I think I should stop. I should just stop looking at the news.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me what
So,
happened.
Well, I mean, it's like I like to keep people informed, and I like to keep myself informed. But everything news-wise is just not good. There's no good news. Like it's just, oh my God, with election coming up this year and the drama unfolding in Washington, I watched hours of the House committee and just the amount of shit that is spewed out of these people's mouths. And these are all our elected officials, elected representatives. So keep that in mind this November. I think it's time to just clean fucking house. You know, don't reelect anybody. Anybody that's already held office, obviously, let's just time for something new, I think.
How about anybody under the age of 47?
That would be.
I would even be happy with 50.
That'd be all right. Well,
I'll
you know what?
even-
You want to hear something
What?
really funny statistic?
What?
Bill Clinton is younger than both Biden and Trump, and he was president 30 years ago.
Yeah, okay.
How's that for an interesting fact? President 30 years ago. Like at this point, let's reelect Jimmy Carter. He can run again.
Hmm.
I mean, he's like in a wheelchair and can't do anything at this point, but he could still run again.
At this point, probably let him.
But yeah, the whole rescheduling thing, it's never ending drama. Like who knows when it'll actually get done and what kind of stupid provisions they put on shit. And I think it's just time to take it out of the federal government's hands. Just make it a state thing. And remove all restrictions.
It's because you stopped bitching about it.
Is that what it is? I stopped bitching about it.
Yeah.
So stuff
So they're
starts
like,
happening.
we can stop. We can stop.
I wish I had that much power with.
If only it worked like
If-
that.
yeah,
actually.
exactly. I don't think we have enough federal viewership to incite change like that. But
Fair.
that's okay. It just makes things really challenging, especially being a big election year.
Hmm.
You know, so it's tough because all the negativity and all of the bullshit is going to start coming out in ads, and we're going to see it on TV, and just everybody doing nothing but talking shit about each other rather than what the actual problems with this country are. And because of the whole, like, it's gotten so drastic. It's gotten so drastic. You know, Republicans are so far off to this side, and Democrats are so far off to this side that everybody in the middle is going, "What the fuck? What do we do?" You know, Trump's a found. It's funny because I thought about it as the more terrified I become. Because, you know, at one point in time, I could go, "Oh, it's just a fucking conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
It's not real."
It's fine.
But then now we're finding out that so
many of them
many
are
of
actually
them
real.
are actually real.
Self-awareness, people, wake up.
You know, the government declassifying things that they told us we were crazy for believing. So, like, what else are they telling us we're crazy for believing? You know, it's like the newest one, the one today is the first time I heard about it, is that there's the federal government knows there's going to be a countrywide EMP attack, and it's going to put us without any electronic devices for the next year before everything can be back up and running. That means no cell phones, no cars, no AC, no heat, no water pumps to pump the water to supply drinking, you know, food, refrigeration. Like, basically, it's going to turn us into a third world country
Mhm.
because we can't use any of the things that we have to accommodate our first world life. You know, and that's a terrifying fucking thought.
It is.
Like, imagine 365 days without smoke tank,
Such
without
bummer.
anything, without power, phones, internet.
They just came out with a movie based off of that. Netflix did it with The World End or something. It has Julia Roberts and Ethan Hawke's in it. Ever? Any of you watching that knows?
Oh, that's the one where they're on the beach and the big
Yeah, the big boat.
transport ship
Mhm.
is Like, I don't think that thing is gonna stop. Yeah, that was actually a pretty good movie. I think in reality, it would be a whole lot worse than that.
Yeah. The whole Tesla. Oh, leave the world behind.
Leave the world behind.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
whole
all the
like Tesla
self-driving
scene,
cars,
yeah,
like,
that
crashing
freaks me
into
out.
each other, and
Yeah.
Whew.
Relying too
I
much
saw a
on
video
tech.
of a Tesla self-driving mode didn't recognize a train crossing the train track, and the driver had to do like last second evasive maneuvers just to save his own life. Something about robots, computers, software controlling everything.
I'm telling you, AI will be the number one reason what wipes humans.
Or is it just disguised as AI with actually something controlling behind the scenes?
I don't know. What kind of conspiracy theories do you have today? I'm very excited because as soon as I send them to you, I forget about them. So it's like watching them for the very first time.
Well, let's see. I have a,
This
there's a
week
lot of
on
videos.
Smoke Tank. Well, yeah, I can't.
There's a lot of them. I think we should start. Well, yeah, we're gonna go conspiracy theories.
The thing with the conspiracy theories that I've been really like into is the food conspiracies, which makes me terrified. Absolutely terrified.
So with that, let's start with the food pyramid.
I've never recovered from finding out that the food pyramid was a scam.
Yeah.
That was just the degree to which that's a scam is, I don't know. Is there a worse medical crime in history than that?
No, I mean,
No.
telling Americans to load up on 7 to 11 servings of grains every single day.
Yeah.
Like-
and to find out that that was a marketing ploy by the Department of Agriculture and that they went against the advice even of their own consultants who warned them that they would produce an epidemic of obesity and diabetes, which is, well, and not to say nothing of depression and dementia, which is exactly what we have now.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't know what you even do when you find out that that's true.
Yeah, and the unwarranted demonization of natural fat-containing foods, nutrient-dense foods like animal-source foods, which continue to be demonized.
Even by the American Diabetic, is it Association Society? I don't remember
the
which
ADA,
one
yes.
is still pushing the notion that, diabetics can eat carbohydrates. Like, actually, I don't think so. I don't think that's a very good idea since they're converted to sugar.
So that's the thing that gets me with this whole video is it's a marketing ploy. Everything that you see nowadays is marketing. Right down to toothpaste. Did you know toothpaste is marketing? It doesn't matter what is in your toothpaste as long as it's the certain way you're stroking the teeth, like the teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toothpaste is a lie, people. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That's just.
And it's crazy because, I mean, the ones you sent it plays, they all play right into each other. He's right. Carbohydrates, your body turns carbs into sugar. So that is one thing that where was I going with this? Dun, dun.
Carbs into sugar.
Carbs into sugars. Yeah, eating meat. You gotta. I mean, you think back to caveman days. It was meat, fruit, vegetable. There was no grains. They didn't harvest wheat and make bread, and no, they scavenged for the vegetables, the fruits, the meats that they could find.
You know what's really funny? Like, just based off of our teeth, we're technically supposed to be just herbivores. Like, if you look at the animal kingdom
Then
and
why
see
are
the
these teeth
things,
called canines?
I don't know. I'm not a dentist, but
Because they're meant to tear meat.
all right. Well, I'm just saying.
I mean, yeah,
You take a look.
But then you have other problems with meat, like meat glue.
Oh my god! Yes,
How scary is that?
that is
Major
terrifying.
suppliers have been caught using a special product known as meat glue to stick together scraps of meat to sell as prime cuts. Here's Rodney Lowe's with this special investigation.
I've just got some fine diced beef
And I love that it says
and my
natural.
special enzyme. I'm just going to mix it up a bit.
Why have we got the masks on?
This is dangerous.
That's dangerous shit.
See that? Don't breathe that in.
This powder
Dangerous
is
shit. Don't do that.
transglutamase enzyme, otherwise known as meat glue. Meat glues come in a number of forms, some produced by cultivating bacteria, the others, the primary ingredient comes from the blood plasma of pigs and cattle, specifically the coagulant which causes blood to clot. Ours uncooked is easy to spot the difference, but cooked is another story. Okay, so the meat glue one is on the right, and the real McCoy is on the left.
You can even just like tell the difference.
And it's not just beef. Pork, lamb, fish and chicken are all stuck back together using this glue.
If this food is sold or represented as a solid piece of steak and you cook it rare, you're really leaving yourself open to get food poisoning.
And chances are, unless you're a vegetarian, you're eating it on a regular basis.
So
A very dangerous chemical
yeah,
being used to stick meat back together so it can be sold as prime rib or whatever, prime cut. Like that's
and then if you're eating it like rare, like I like medium rare.
who knows what
which
that's
is
going
like
to do to your body by
absolutely
consuming that.
terrifying.
Yeah, but it's apparently you can't trust anything when it comes to food wise.
Yeah, that's what's so terrifying
raising
about it.
and slaughtering it and doing it all yourself. Because no matter what you do, there's something. Like how about we go and get some Popeye's chicken, or even worse, some Chick-fil-A.
Oh my gosh, I I told you.
Filet. I wonder what they're putting in it. And I started doing the research right at the time that you remember, in the hood, there was this argument, Popeyes versus Chick-fil-A, and everybody was going back and forth. And you've seen people at Popeyes, man, got shot and shot somebody because they didn't have no more chicken sandwiches. I said, this ain't no regular chicken sandwiches. So I went and looked up Popeyes chicken sandwich. Come to find out, they have over 40 ingredients in the Popeyes chicken sandwich. 32 of them were man-made chemicals. And I said, well, let's see what Chick-fil-A has. Over 50 chemicals in the chicken sandwich. Over 40 of them were man-made chemicals.
40
I said, so hell, this is a dope sandwich. So they really are flipping birds over there. I mean, because there's no way in the world to justify. So whenever I seen that, I said it in a message. And someone took the clip of it and then went on the website of Chick-fil-A, had it broke down where they were clicking on it, showing all of the ingredients and these chemicals that were in it. Do you know the next day, Chick-fil-A took that down off their website? So now you can't find the ingredients to the Chick-fil-A sandwich or the Popeyes chicken sandwich because they don't want you to know that they're drugging you, they're doping you. They have you wanting the food not for nutritional value, but because you become addicted by the MSG and the other chemicals that they've inserted in.
And that's why you have food cravings. Literally.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I'm positive that it's not just those two.
Mm-mm.
I think those two were just the extreme, because he's right. Do you remember when people were killing each other trying to get food at Popeyes? I forgot about it, but that did just remind me of it, and that's just explains a lot. They're making a dope sandwich. They're getting people addicted to their sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
So they just keep coming back and buying more and buying more and buying more, to the point where they were fighting and killing each other to get to it because Popeyes ran out of chicken one day.
Literally paying them to do it. Yeah.
It was horrible, 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 horrible. And I'm sure, like I said, it's just more, it's a whole lot more than just those two. But like, what are we going to do? Start eating meat? Stop eating meat? What's the alternative?
I don't know.
How about this?
Aldi, the supermarket chain, is considering selling edible insects to help families afford protein. This stuff drives me nuts, Esther.
It's absolutely disgusting. I'm sure Bill Gates is over the moon because that's been the plan all along, to get us to stop eating normal food and to eat bugs, while the elite at the top eat their Wagyu beef and lobster and watch all the peasants at the bottom eat insects and rats because it will save the planet, apparently.
Exactly. Well, it won't be on my menu. I hope it's not on yours, Esther. Good reason to avoid Aldi and go and find a decent steak.
So
tell you about cutting production of beef and everything and start feeding people insects, getting them used to that. So that way they don't need to raise as many cows to supply the country. Only the elite will have actual beef.
And that's yes, because you know why? Because so many cows create methane and the freaking ozone.
Yep.
Ozone layer.
I think the cow farts are gonna kill the world. Absolutely wild to me.
That is wild.
Whew. So let's see. We're speaking of hamburger. Did you ever smoke weed from a hamburger?
I saw this.
Cheers to dinner.
I just don't even want to imagine.
We're addicted to McDonald's, so she has to go to McDonald's, get a burger.
But she does it in other things too, which I think is cool. She needs healthier options, though.
Healthier options than a hamburger bowl? Healthier options than hamburger. How about this? Are you muted for the music?
2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance. So back on me before I have to pull the strap out.
But does she eat it afterwards?
I don't know. At that point, do you?
Oh man, this is really good.
Yeah, should we switch over to the Golden Crisp now? I really do like this thing, though.
Yeah, too bad we can't talk about that.
I know.
One, huh?
I know. I've been staring at it though.
It's our little secret here. Let's see.
Yep.
So let's see. Let's stick with the. Let's see. We already did that. We already did that. We might as well stick with the conspiracy theories. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, again, this falls in the whole the government hiding stuff from us, telling us we're crazy for believing it. But then when everything becomes uncovered, bless you.
Thank you.
This
Sorry about that.
information that he had, which allowed for a car to run out of the ambient energy, was in documents confiscated by the FBI. And I have a Department of Defense document demanding that the FBI turn these over to the DOD. The FBI refused. At any rate, science continues because the laws of the universe are in fact universal, and they can be discovered here or around Alpha Centauri or any place else in the cosmos. By 1928 and 29, T. Townsend Brown, as well as the Kowalski-Frost experiment in physics in Germany, had determined that VHV, very high voltage systems, done in a certain resonant field could result in so-called electromagnetic effect, the lifter effect that has been described, which you see in UFOs. They also can create what's called a space-time bubble around an object so that you can correct for 1G. This is how these objects are traveling at multiples of what any aerodynamic physics would describe, and can make right-hand turns without killing the occupants. Around this same time, there was, in the 1940s and the late 1930s, a number of UFO sightings. This included the so-called Foo Fighters. Yes, it's a famous rock group. However, the Foo Fighters took their name from the reports of these objects seen in the theater of World War II that were flying around our aircraft. We thought it was a secret weapon of the Nazis. The Nazis thought it was a secret weapon of ours. There was Jimmy Doolittle, the famous general. His nephew is a dear friend of mine, and he has testified that General Doolittle was sent by FDR over to the European theater in World War II, investigated the Foo Fighters, and came back and told Roosevelt, and I quote, "They are interplanetary vehicles." So by then, there began a classified program, and which was augmented further by events, as mentioned, in 1941, and then, of course, the famous Roswell event. Those events led to, as Philip Corso describes, a reverse engineering program. As you all know from the famous Wilbur Smith document of 1951 from Canada, it talks about that flying saucers exist, but there's a high-level team headed up by Dr. Vannevar Bush that is studying the, quote, modus operandi of these vehicles. These were the most brilliant scientists, Edward Teller, Oppenheimer, and others, Herman Oberth, amongst others, who were in this team studying how extraterrestrial vehicles move. In October of 1954, a key date I want the committee to remember, we have actionable intelligence from someone who has worked in the National Security Agency and has been in the vault. All of this went deep black because they figured out, at that point, gravity control. So since 1954, October of that year, we have not needed rockets, jets, internal combustion engines, and surface roadways between cities. I say this with authority that this is the case. Eventually, these breakthroughs in human discovery were complemented by the study of the extraterrestrial material that were retrieved from these events. And contrary to most people's thoughts, the Roswell event was actually a downing of an extraterrestrial vehicle by an electromagnetic system that was hidden in a radar dome that was switched on. And this is in an FBI document that I can provide for the committee and is on the flash drive given to the Congress. The result ultimately was that there were transdimensional physics that began to be studied that deal with the nexus between electromagnetism, energy generation, anti-gravity, and consciousness. And we have discovered that there is a nexus and that, in fact, there are electromagnetic systems that have been developed that can interface directly with what we call coherent thought, the same way that you can interface with a system with lasers, which is coherent light, where you sync up all the wavelengths. Ultimately, these breakthroughs were paralleled with amazing developments in the biological sciences and the experimentation with cloning. And this began many years earlier than was reported from Dolly the sheep in Scotland. This goes a little beyond, I think, what this committee wants to look into. However, you need to understand that the technologies that we have, and we were discussing, are not theoretical. We have actionable intelligence that any committee in Congress or executive action can find regarding current operations. And I just want to go through a list of them very quickly of these facilities and corporations for which we have witnesses who can be subpoenaed by the committees of the Congress. This was developed at the request of Congressman Christopher Cox of Orange County, with whom I met, and was later further developed for the briefing that we put together for President Obama. These facilities are the Edwards Air Force Base and subsections where at the dry lake bed where the Lockheed Skunk Works operations, Haystack Butte, China Lakes, George Air Force Base, and the closed Norton Air Force Base, where an anti-gravity device, so-called alien reproduction vehicle, for which we have the schematics, was seen by Frank Carlucci and others on our witness team. Tabletop Mountain and Blackjack Control. The aerospace facilities there are the Northrop Anthill Facility, Tejon Ranch, the McDonnell Douglas Llano Plant, Lockheed Martin Hellendale Plant, and the Phillips Lab. The Air Force facility, so-called Area 51, no one calls it that. There's S4 and S12, Pahut Mesa, Groom Lake, and a number of sub-facilities. The most important facility is in Utah, near Provo, the Dugway Proving Grounds, all of which is underground, and the airspace above it is classified. There are no roads into this facility. The New Mexico facilities include Los Alamos National Labs with underground connectors to the so-called Dulce area where the biological work is being done, and Kirtland Air Force Base. And the complex there includes Sandia National Laboratory. In Arizona, near Fort Huachuca, I worked on 9 separate extraterrestrial vehicles that had been down through advanced electromagnetic pulse weapons, and there are several different species of extraterrestrial biologicals stored at that facility. The other facilities, and this goes on, include the a special compartmented area of Cheyenne Mountain, where we have witnesses in our team who can be subpoenaed, where that we have tracked extraterrestrial vehicles in our solar system that were measuring 26 miles in diameter. There are also facilities in Australia, a key one being Pine Gap, the so-called Alice Springs facility, which is mostly a U.S. Air Force facility, even though it is in Australia. I recently talked to the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia about this. Also, the Redstone Arsenal and the Marshall Space Flight Center. We have a scientist at the Redstone Arsenal who works under contract for IT&T, who have developed these transdimensional systems. He was under contract with my project to bring these energy devices out, and he was then threatened by a former CIA director and what I call the goon squad that went down there 3 years ago in March. This is just part of the information we have, and this information is on the flash drive given, then that you're all welcome to review. Thank you.
This is part.
Wow. I mean,
that is crazy.
You know, and that's spoken in front of Congress. Like, they didn't stop him and be like, you're nuts. Get the fuck out of here. You know, it's I gotta believe that that's like all real. We're talking about a doctor testifying in front of Congress.
Yeah.
And oh man, it's mind-boggling.
All right, what's the last one?
Absolutely mind-boggling. You know what? I don't even want to do that. I want to just
I want that one.
Well, we can do that after. But I think first we should do
take a little break from it.
Since the navigator has already arrived, I think it's time for
Here we go again. Snack attack unseen. 30 weeks of munchies.
Oh, you have the whole audio on it.
Munch, munch,
Long time to dance.
Every single week. Snack, snack, stack up. We can't help but peek. Here we go now.
Ooh, yeah.
Smoke tanks, 30 weeks of munchies. Here we go now. Smoke tanks, 30 weeks of munchies.
Yeah, I can see where the
go now. Smoke tanks, 30 weeks of munchies.
Wow. I was like, it keeps going.
It started over.
So, because we didn't do 4th of July last week, I made up for it. And I did 2 this time.
Is this what was supposed to be the 4th of July?
Yep, this was supposed to be the 4th of July.
So
and
you're going to have to explain this because I have absolutely no idea what this is.
so I'm going to be honest with you. I've never tried it before. I was talking with my friend and she was talking about watermelon with this seasoning. And it's very specific and I'm not going to, oh, can't even see it. Not going to even
'Cause it's green.
pronounce. Yeah.
I'm not going to pronounce it because I can't.
That's what I was going to say.
Tajin.
Tajin seasoning.
T-A-J.
But gist of it, it's like a chili pepper and sea salt lime seasoning on it. And we'll just see how it goes.
So it adds spicy, sour, and tart to sweet.
Yep.
I'm scared to put on as much as you did.
Wow. Who would have thought?
All right.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
That's dang good.
That
Wow.
is very interesting.
And that's healthy for you, for the most part.
Except for the 40 man-made chemicals inside.
You win some, you lose some. Wow, that's addicting. It's like a roller coaster of flavors. And you know how long that took us to make? Nothing. 10 seconds.
Just cutting up watermelon.
Yep. So good.
That is definitely unique. I don't think I can't compare it to anything.
It's indescribable. You have to try it.
So yeah, I mean, if you need to throw your taste buds for a whirlwind, this definitely.
All right.
And I feel bad because over there. How you doing, Alicia? Let's see if we can hear her if we bring her on screen.
Hi.
Yay! Oh, can't hear. Unfortunately, we can't hear.
Oh no.
Oh, muted, unmuted. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hello?
Nothing.
Her screen is lighting up like she's talking. So, yep, something is definitely wrong with the audio. Can't hear you.
At least we can see you.
Sorry, we can't hear. I'm pretty sure everybody watching can hear, if I had to guess. I think it's just us that can't hear her.
Of course it's just us. That's so funny. It's not Smoke Tank unless there's chaos.
Right?
All right. And then do we have the second one as well?
We have the second one. I will let you. Ooh, that's hot. Careful. Let me see if I can figure something out here. So do you want to
Do I want to describe? I'm trying to gather the words. I might need to light up the second joint for this one.
Oh, really?
This is a crescent pizza. Da da da. And what it is just the crescent roll with cheese, tomato, pizza sauce, and pepperoni inside. And then you just piece them together, crunch them together with a fork on the side, bake them, whatever the directions say. I think it's
Sounds
$3.50
delicious to me.
for 15 minutes.
All right, can we hear you now? I don't know if I don't know what's going on with it. Why? Okay. There's got to
I'll
be
lift this
something.
up and then I have to eat. See.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. we will have it fixed for next week, or
It's
we'll try
literally
to
a crescent pizza.
have it fixed. If we get some audio, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move you over here, but I'm going to leave your audio on, so that way if I can figure it out, and we'll do a little test. So I'm going to try this now.
Try it.
Did you
It's
try it?
actually really good. I don't know why I said it. It is really good. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
With butter melted on top. Yumminess.
That is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Man, two of these together is a pretty good combo too.
I thought so too. And that's your... Oh my gosh, is that week 10? Or week 9? Technically it would be week 9, but I did 2. So does that mean we're caught up?
Oh yeah.
Yes, we're a third of the way done.
30 weeks of munchies.
I like that one.
All one guy. He does each part.
That's awesome.
And puts it together.
I love it.
All right. So you said that you wanted to do this one. So
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm excited.
So being in nature helps you fight off cancers.
Yeah.
Why?
When you walk past trees, particularly certain trees that you have a lot of in LA, I've noticed. So pines, firs, cedars, cypresses, palms, they release something called phytoncides that actually interact with your immune system and boost the release of natural killer cells that help you to fight off cancers.
Trees. Wow.
But the beauty of it as well, so that's the chemical thing that's going on. But
not just the actual chemicals that are being released from those trees, but you actually being in the environment and viewing it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, trees were meant to be here for a reason, but keep cutting them down.
Yep. Cut them all down. We're all going to die.
Yep. Mind our own business, and we're all going to die now.
Oh my gosh. I cannot figure this. Everything says that her audio should be coming through right now. I don't understand why. So I'm going to have to do some research on this one.
Bummer and a half.
Yeah, all should be going through. I'm sorry, Alicia. Microphone.
All right.
So now we got this week's
Top 10.
Top 10.
Yay! We'll end it with the top 10. Here we go. So I'll apologize in advance if this is a little passive aggressive. Because I did the top 10 uplifting strains to help get over your shit week.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yep. So I thought we need some uplifting strains. So
Is Golden Crisp uplifting?
I think it is. It's making me uplifting right now that I lit this.
I think anything from High Test Gardens and Maine's Alternative
Oh my
Caring
gosh, I
lifts
know.
me up.
Mm-hmm. So, number 10. I went with a classic. ChemDog. Yeah. So, with its many names, this hybrid will create an uplift that leaves you with a creative, euphoric, and definitely high. With its diesel and pungent smell, makes you uplifted just hearing about it. This classic must be on your stoner bucket list. And this high is recommended for when your week is so shitty that you want to scream. ChemDog will take you from dragging to bragging about how grateful life can truly be.
Agreed.
Yep, I just love
Agreed.
ChemDog. It just makes me like happy just thinking about it.
And again, not one of those strains that you see regularly. I don't see it too often anymore.
I
these
know.
days.
You could find it anywhere. Or cheese ChemDog. Do you remember that one? That one was good. Number 9. The hazes. Any haze. Super lemon haze, super silver haze, lemon haze, any of those.
Definitely.
Definitely
Gotta be careful though.
I know.
Because some of them are very sativa. And when I say very sativa, I mean very sativa.
Yes, they're very potent. Very sativa potent. But I did this high is recommended for when your week is full of busy tasks to the point where every minute is accounted for with responsibilities and errands.
No doubt.
Yep.
No
absolutely.
doubt. If you got to get shit done, that's your strain.
Yep.
Number 8, Strawberry Cough. That is one of my favorites. Definitely. Like the fresh smell of strawberries. Strawberry Cough is an uplifting high that will energize you to the point where it's euphoric. The potent sativa will leave you talking endlessly, leaving a smile on your face. This strain is a skunky with blast. This strain is skunky with a blast of berry flavors. This high is recommended for your work week. If you have to deal with the struggle of customers, coworkers, or any other type of human being, this is your go-to. And that's what I say at every job interview. They're like, that it says, you have to take a drug test. You have to pass a drug test. I'll fail. I'm like, why? I smoke weed. It's like, you get one of the two. I deal with coworkers and customers with a smile on my face, or I pass a drug test. Which one do you want me to do?
That's why I always interview high. That's like the side you're going to get from me, you know?
Well, because if you're always high when you're around them, they're not going to know the difference.
Yeah. Well, that's just better planning on my
right?
part.
You go into a job interview, like, I mean, you got to smoke every time you're planning on going into work. Because you sober, they're going to be like, you fucked up on something?
Yeah, I know. I feel like I pay more attention when I'm high than any. Number 7, Durban Poison.
The sativa of sativas.
Yep. This classic sativa is sweet smelling that will leave you feeling creative and uplifting. This energetic high is recommended for when your week is just plain busy. This is a great high to keep you staying productive throughout your busy day.
The sativa of sativas.
The sativas of sativas. See, number 6, Train wreck.
I would have done the same thing.
Train. Say that 5 times fast. Train Wreck is a mind-bending, potent sativa. With its burst of flavors, it's a roller coaster of spicy, woody, sweet lemon flavor. This uplifter will get you high to unlock your creativity, focus, and euphoric, leaving you with nothing but a smile. This high is recommended for when your week has been nothing but rough and you need a good laugh. Okay, so I kind of like dialed it down halfway through.
It keeps you from killing people. If you feel like you're gonna kill somebody, just smoke some train wreck.
You'll be fine. It'll be awesome. All right, number 5, headband. This hybrid has a lemon and diesel flavor with long-lasting effects. While it helps relieve pain and stress, the high will help your body relax. As it might be a creeper or come on slow, this potent strain will leave you feeling weightless. This is recommended for when you have a really long day or a problematic week. Headband will help you wind down and float off to relax town.
One of my favorite things. Have you ever had headband crossed with DJ Short Blueberry?
No, I don't think I have.
Yep, goes Blueberry headband. But DJ Short Blueberry, my absolute favorite blueberry, crossed with headband is one of the best things that you'll ever have. Yeah, I mean, no matter what you want to do, especially fishing. I love taking some blueberry headband and going fishing. Like that was an ideal weekend for me.
All right, you got the rest, buddy. We're at number 4.
We're at number 4. White Widow. One of the first strains that I grew. This classic has a woody, spicy, herbal, and earthy flavor that leaves you talking through the whole night. If you need an energetic boost, say no more. This high is recommended when coffee or energy drinks does not quite cut it.
Absolutely.
Which is strange because it has a great effect on me. Like I don't get anxiety or paranoia or anything from it. So definitely worthy of the number 4 spot. Number 3, just as worthy, Jack Herrera.
Yep.
This is a blissful, clear-headed high that leaves you feeling creative. The flavors of this strain are spicy and pine. The high is recommended for you when you need to make serious decisions or life-changing choices. The clean high will make you feel better on the decisions that you make, and you definitely deserve that sweet treat. Life-changing decisions, huh?
I was desperate to get it done, okay?
I've smoked a lot of Jack Herrera.
Oh, I love it. So good.
Leaves you feeling creative, but sometimes too creative.
Where you think it's a great idea and you need to go for it, and you should. Because all failures lead to success.
Unless it puts you in a homeless shelter.
That's fair. Use common sense when needed.
Common sense must be applied to this strain. Just like number 2, Sour Diesel.
I love Sour Diesel.
Besides the obvious pungent diesel smell, the strain makes the obvious choice for an uplift that helps with pain, depression, and stress. All of which can be caused by coworkers.
I feel like that's like I feel
More
like that's,
customers though.
That's an everyday high. That's for like the just get it done week.
Yeah, if I did it first thing in the morning, I could definitely do it.
Like weed is not a life. I don't know where I was going with that. I was gonna say, yeah.
Now, one that I could do every day. Number one, Blue Dream.
Yep.
Blue Dream is definitely for those like me that can't really do many sativas. Although Maine's Alternative Caring Purple Joker, I really liked this one.
Yeah, that one was fun.
I really liked this one. So I might have to find out a little bit more about this one and try it again quite soon. But Blue Dream, I could smoke that every day, every night. It doesn't matter if I could smoke it before bed. I could smoke it when I first wake up. It kind of is one of those ones that like reacts to you. Have you ever noticed that? Like I could be like dead fucking tired, just waking up, smoke some Blue Dream, and I'm like, all right, what are we doing today?
Here we go.
But then at the same time, I could be sitting on the couch watching TV, smoking some Blue Dream, and be like, ah. Which is funny because the other opposite, equal but opposite, is Northern Lights.
That's interesting.
Northern Lights does the same thing to me that Blue Dream does. I know it might be that might be weird, but
no, that's definitely understandable.
Blue Dream definitely top of the list for this week's top 10.
Yay! Well deserved.
Good thing we didn't have to do 2 of those to make up for last week.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't. I wasn't. I had fun this week. It was good.
That was fun. So thank you to Maine's Alternative Caring. I am sorry, Alicia. I really wish I could have heard you. I've tried like 7 different things over here on this other screen trying to get your audio to come through. I don't know what's going on. But when you talk, it lights up. Therefore, it's coming through to what I can see, just not what I can hear.
You're trying to send it to this thing, right? I'm not even going to pretend like I know.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to come. It's set to go from her to this, which feeds our headset. But somewhere in here, there's a disconnect. And I couldn't figure out what it was. We've had it working plenty of times before. I don't know what the difference is now, but we'll figure it out. And hopefully by next week, we'll have it fixed. Next week, we are running late. Again, just wanted to throw that out there. We'll post. We'll post the time, but it won't be right at 7 because at 7 I will be leaving Portland. So it'll probably be a little bit closer to 8.
Yay!
And
late night with Smoke Tank. Da-da-da-da.
You might have to swing by Maine's Alternative Caring to find out what we're smoking.
I get to see Brooke.
You get to see Brooke.
Yay! So excited.
I got to see her today. And we dropped off plants for Kaylee and Abby. So you guys got some plants there for you. And yeah, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week. What do you think?
All right, sounds good.
We can't bring Alicia on, so
no.
We could probably go a little bit longer with some games on that, but that's okay. We'll try it again next week. It's not Smoke Tank if something doesn't go wrong.
Yeah, we thrive in chaos.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
All right, see you later.
Stay high.
Bye.